Hello again, Gills fans. Welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV for another weekly roundup. Slightly different this week. Boz is having the night off. He is at the bar drinking, so I have Dave's company this evening. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good.
Good. Yeah, very well, thank you. Right, let's get straight into this. Medway Messenger today, Steve Lovell has spoken about people in the starting lineup now cannot rest on their laurels. No. This is the quote we're going to use. As you can see from the quote there, Gills fans, that is Steve Lovell talking about how the players in the team have got to be at it because there are plenty on the bench in the squad now with options that we have available that are itching to get in the team, and that's great to see. Obviously, we spoke about transfer window myself and Boz. What did you make of the 4 additions?
It's quite interesting. I think Looser, solid. Riley, definitely solid.
Yeah, proven at this level as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Lad from Forest Green. What's his name? Rhys Murphy. You actually look at it, he ain't got that bad a record in the lower leagues.
That's what I said. I had a discussion with someone on Twitter last week. I said, if you take out that one ridiculous season at Dover, and this is when there was the whole let's get Ricky Miller in type thing, his goals to game ratio is not too different aside from that one. I think it's 0.26 per goal, so it's 1 in 4.
Useful backup.
Exactly, yeah. He's not going to be first choice, is he? He's not going to shift out Tom Eves and Josh Parker just yet.
So you're a striker, you're a 6-1
and if he does,
is he hungry?
It means he's scoring goals.
Exactly.
So
and the wild card.
Navid Nasseri.
Yeah, I'm glad you pronounced that.
Nave.
It's interesting. But again, we take punts on players like that. You know, Holy, Gazaliga came totally out of
exactly what me and Boss said last week. Yeah. What was the reaction to Thomas Holy and Josh Parker last January? Well, they turned out all right, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Let's give him a chance.
Yeah, exactly, and it gives us more options. And I don't think we've just got them in for the sake of it. And the good thing compared to last January is like the joke with these Harry Corlitz. We couldn't play them for a month because they were injured. So
exactly, it's poor, wasn't it? I think the disappointment for the fans was the whole Clare thing. We all built, and I don't think that's dead yet. I
still think we'll get him in the summer.
And you know, you take that out of it, we've got players who can play in that position.
Yep.
And big one, which we'll come on to later, is in Wagstaff, and keep him fit.
Played again Tuesday night, didn't he? We'll talk about that in a little while.
Keep him fit. You know,
Lee Martin can play there. I think Frank Musa could probably play that in the whole role now as well. So yeah, we've got a few in. Even this Nasseri said he can play anywhere across midfield. So
yeah, pretty solid. I'd give it 7 out of 10.
I gave it 7. I said it'd have been a 9 out of 10 the window if
Claire, I don't think it'd be better than that, could you?
So that would have been really good. But yeah, so in terms of the squad now, it looks really good, and we've suddenly got 3 or 4 that ain't getting in the squad to back up the backup, so to speak. Obviously, we're talking about Steve Lovell and his squad. You're all aware this week, Gills fans, he's up for manager of the month, and rightly so. 4 wins out of 4. Tom Eves is up for player of the month, 4 goals and an assist. Well deserved.
Absolutely.
Not a lot more to say on them too, so.
I can't see anyone other than Lovell get it, if I'm perfectly honest. 100% record.
100% record. And we went to Charlton and we went to Scunthorpe, so yeah.
And you look at how Clonto. I mean, surprise for me was you look at that list. Derek Adams went on it.
Yeah, which means that there's 3 other managers that have had really good months.
Yeah.
Who's the other 3 on there? Tony Mowbray.
Is it
Darryl Clark?
Yeah, and what's his bloody name? Look at his name.
Where?
It's gone. Totally gone. But you look at it, you compare what he's done to everyone else in that league, 100%.
Exactly, yeah, and beat good teams as well.
Beat good teams.
It's not like he was beating rubbish in the bottom 4, no disrespect to the Berries and the Oldhams in this world. We went to Scunthorpe, we went to Charlton, we beat a decent Fleetwood side, let's be honest. They were in the playoffs last year, and it's not a massively different squad, they're not doing as well.
It's turned us around, but, you know, and go back to transfer window, actually, I'll give it an extra mark, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
For Lovell.
Getting the contract done.
That, I think, could be a really, really good. I hope it goes the right way. Manager of the month,
curse of manager of the month.
Exactly. So, but Tom Eves, I can see Graham at Blackburn getting it because I think he scored 1 more goal.
Yeah, and you tend to, no disrespect to us, but you tend to take notice of the bigger clubs, and they're up there as well. So yeah, he might.
But again, he shows how fundamental he is.
Yeah, and how important he is to us here and what we're trying to achieve. So yeah.
Again, and you look at you look at people going, oh, Looser, you know, these players weren't getting the game or whatever. Tom Eves has come from Lovell.
It's another one, like we just said about Josh Parker and Thomas Holy.
Exactly.
Signed him in the summer, everyone went, oh, we've got 4 gols in League 2. He's doing okay, isn't he? So.
Exactly.
So yeah, so to sum up then, so yeah, really well deserved, and I think the results are announced tomorrow at some point. So yeah, well done to both. But back to this week's Medway Messenger, there was another piece about, because I'm guessing in terms of print deadlines, last week they didn't get too much in about Stuart Nelson leaving the club. Obviously, every Gills fan's aware of it now, and 99.9%, like I said to Boz last week, were sad to see him go. There was one individual on Twitter who decided to have a pop, but we're not even going to go into that. Stuart Nelson has been interviewed in the Medway Messenger this week, and there was one paragraph from me that stood out. Gillingham felt right. Of course I made mistakes, but who doesn't? Over the times, I don't think I made many, and after playing 223 games, I am pretty happy. He had probably, what, 2 really bad months beginning of last season.
Let me ask a question for all those doubt Stuart Nelson and his impact at the club. How many players for Gillingham Football Club
have won a league title?
Have won a league title throughout?
That's what Boz went last week. He said how many goalkeepers? And I said, well, how many players in title? It's only twice we've ever done it. So
he was absolutely superb in the Allen season, and I think they had a tricky season last year.
Bounced back ability as well.
But who didn't?
Yeah, you can't. Everyone was poor last season. Everyone was probably dipped below the standards that they set themselves.
Nelson makes mistakes a goal. Someone gives away the ball in midfield,
misses a sit-up, gets another chance to. But obviously, Stuart Nelson leaving gives this man a chance. Tom Hadler, number 2 now.
Yeah,
great to see for me. Yeah, definitely.
He was on loan up in Gloucester.
Yeah, local to you.
Yeah, up in play at Evesham, and it's Mark Richards, the gaffer up there, and you look at the Twitter feed, you look at all the fans and what they're saying. They felt they had got a real diamond there.
He played just over 20 games, didn't he? Yeah.
And you look at where they were in the league, and he's not let a lot of goals in.
No.
And now, they love him. And everyone's going, oh, it's non-league, it's blah blah blah. You know, can he step up?
Well, this discussion was something on Facebook. So we're saying that Conference South isn't good, but we lost to a team in a nondescript competition in a division that's only one above that last week, and we was having a meltdown. So you can't pick and choose when you decide how good the standards are.
Exactly. Let's ask the question: what standard did Thomas Holy and Gazaliga play at before they came to the club?
Exactly. So no one heard of Thomas. He was at Sparta Prague, the biggest side in the Czech Republic, but he didn't play for him.
We've seen Hadler play pre-season against. It was the Belgian outfit.
Patro
looked decent. Every time he has put gloves on, and I've seen him, irrespective of the opposition, he has looked confident, commands his area, distribution's good shot stopper.
And bottom line is, if Steve Lovell, Glenn Johnson, Ian Cox, Mark Patterson, whoever else didn't rate him, we'd have got another keeper in, and we wouldn't have let Stuart Nelson and Steve Arnold leave in the same window. And
if someone gets injured, there is the emergency loan system.
The keeper's split slightly different, so we can if we really need to. But what's the old adage? You're good enough, you're old enough. Exactly. And how'd you gain experience? Like in any job role, you have to be given a chance.
A big round of applause, pat on the back for Glenn Johnson,
who's been absolutely superb.
We sat in that.
All 4 of them.
Remember the 4 with Scally? So the first question was why isn't
Nelson number 1, a Fred Perry?
Yeah, and let's make
Mate did a big thing, So.
But you know, he is the improvement of Holy. We did a match day live. We did a pre-season thing. Oh, Holy! But you look at how good he's been.
I did all the pre-season games because I weren't working. And Dover especially, he was shocking. And I said at the time I didn't want him or Nelson as number 1, and I'm happy to sit here and eat.
What you do?
Lots of humble pie, because Thomas Holy's been absolutely first class.
Absolutely first class, and I have no doubt that Hadler will be the same.
Yeah, I think so. Only time will tell. I'm not saying he goes and takes Thomas Holy's shirt at the moment, because Thomas Holy deserves to keep it, but I think we're in capable hands if Tom Hadler is called upon. So.
Right, and I'd like to think that we get to the magical 50 points.
And then
maybe
if the
toward the end of the season,
if it's playoffs,
let's give him a little run.
Yeah. maybe last 3 or 4 games here or something like that, and get the youngsters, the Finn O'Maras of this world and stuff like that, and might be able to get them involved. So
Finn O'Mara, I think next season we'll see him in and around.
I spoke to both of them, didn't I, in May, and they both come across as heads are screwed on the right way, and yeah, it's great to see.
I know the club rate Finn O'Mara highly, they really do.
It's really good to see.
Hopefully next season we'll see.
Yeah, he covers 2 positions as well, which means we've almost got a right back and a centre half covered already, which is useful. So that's one to keep an eye on. Right, that is the end of that section. So we're just going to do a bit of news in brief. Not loads to talk about this week. Obviously Tuesday there was a mid-season friendly.
There was.
There didn't seem to be a great deal of people at Folkestone. I swerved it. Weather forecasts weren't great, and I didn't fancy getting snowed in at Folkestone. But 2-1, Connor Wilkinson 2 goals. Could have had a hat-trick, but we don't do penalties, do we? I think we've taken 1 good penalty all season, and that was Tom Eves at home to Fleetwood.
I mean, whatever you think about Connor Wilkinson, goals breeds confidence.
And it doesn't matter against who, this is the thing, regardless whether it's a league game, a Kent County game, a friendly, goals, like you say, breed confidence.
The interesting thing for me was Nash as a wing back.
Only played orthodox left back for 20 minutes, I told on what I see on Twitter. So, but again, I think it was more of a case of let's get minutes into people regardless of where they play.
But Musa,
Masseri, Murphy all got minutes with teammates, which is the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the result wasn't that important, but it's nice to win like the same as goals.
Yeah, you see Ogilvy, O'Mara getting minutes.
Nugent got minutes,
You know, Hadler as well.
Yeah, and the young lad, fair play to Catherall, is it?
Yeah,
Don't know a lot about him, but yeah, it's good to see him get some senior minutes, which is great to see, so he's obviously trusted as well. James Russell returns to the club as fitness coach, so I'm assuming, because no one's mentioned it, Neil Whittington has left again. I think he's gone to Barnet.
Yes, he has. Yeah, someone on Kent Online, who's appears to have been banned, was slating the club off. No, we can't even keep our fitness coach, he's gone to Barnet. Well,
we've now got a title winning fitness coach.
Exactly. We're right. And let's be fair, he knows the club, knows some of the players.
Yeah, he's going to know his way around, which is what you want, so it's almost a head start. Yeah, Tom Eves has got another 7 games to get through, because I think a few people were asking on Twitter the other day what the cut-off point is. It's game 37. So the clean slate starts.
I think he's headed.
I think it'll be in the next couple of weeks, to be quite honest.
And it's not against Tom at all, but referees on your number 9s, your big bustling centre forwards.
Yeah, he's easy to spot as well.
Yeah, and do you know what? He's getting pulled, he's getting pushed.
Steve Lovell wrote in Monday's Medway Messenger, and I mentioned it in the Monday review, and he said that he feels he doesn't get enough protection. Because he got booked for dissent last week, because he felt he was getting a short end of the stick.
Absolutely. And you look at that, and you want a physical centre forward, and that's why he's done so well. But what I would say, if Tom's watching this, don't change your game, Tom.
Of course he is.
Let's hope so. Don't change your game, Tom.
No, exactly.
If you get booked, you get booked. But your game's got you where you are.
Exactly, it's got you 13 goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're well on your way to 20.
Exactly. You know, if you get booked, you get booked.
Exactly. And if you're looking at sense of timings and silver linings, Connor Wilkinson's just bagged himself a couple. We've still got Josh Parker, Reece Murphy's chomping at the bit. Sorry to go back to an AD Pennant quote, Gills fans. And last little bit, Darren Oldacre. Again, club didn't announce it until after the event, but he's gone to Hive.
Yeah, he's gone with
Henry Arnold, young left back.
Yeah.
I'm all right at the moment.
No, right for the minute, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, so Henry Arnold has joined as well. Sorry about that. Live TV in the pub, not doing the quiz. What do you make of Darren Oldacre? There's lots of people going, oh, well, he should have gone higher. Well, my point is, if there's no interest from higher,
nail on the edge. Look,
you can only send him where the people want him.
And if you've got the connections, and let's face it, people are saying Bromley, they're saying Ebbsfleet, whatever.
You've got to remember, the Bromleys and the Ebbsfleets as well are doing well in the National League for playoffs and promotion. Yeah, you're not going to start. You look at like Billy Knott last season, left us, went to Lincoln, didn't get in there. So.
No, he didn't.
And he dropped down a level or two.
So let's, the kid's clearly talented.
For me, it's up there.
Yeah,
I think, and he's got to be careful now because he could be coming to some sort of crossroads in terms of
another Luke Rooney, another
Emmanuel Osadebe. If you're going more recently, there's a few.
Yeah,
so it's up to him now.
Kids, but clearly a talented lad, and
all the ability in the world. Mark Patterson told us that, and I think Steve Lovell's mentioned it a few times. And it was only a few weeks ago at Charlton when he said he thought the penny was dropping.
Yeah,
but.
He needs minutes. He's not going to get in the team at the moment.
So it's a no-brainer. He's getting minutes. He's getting senior football. He's going to get kicked up in the air. He's going to have to learn on his feet quickly. can only do him good. It's better than sitting on the bench or in the stands every Saturday at our place, surely.
And the positive, it was positive from Lovell as well, to say he wants to get minutes under the belt.
And then we're trying to look at getting him higher up.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's obviously, it looks like he's getting a new contract.
Exactly.
I think he's out of contract.
Exactly, so he's got a future.
Yes.
Clearly.
So we rate him, but he's just got to learn to do the ugly side of the game as opposed to hitting 60-yard passes.
You know, all those that be saying, "Oh, he should have gone here, he should have gone there." Has he been out of line before?
I don't think so. There was talk at the beginning of the season, and that never really happened. So.
But yeah, he sat there in the reserves. We haven't got reserve team football.
It's going to do more good than development
Absolutely.
games or sitting in the stands every Saturday and Tuesday watching us. So for me, it's a no-brainer. He goes and gets games and hopefully he does well. Yeah, exactly. Right, next section is this Saturday as we look to bounce back from our first defeat in. Nine, middle of December, first week of December, Plymouth. As we now look ahead to Peterborough United at home. Right, looking at I've done the form for the last 6, all home and away, and then their last 6 away and our last 6 at home. So last 6 for us is drawn 1-1, 1-1, lost 13 out of 18, and theirs last 6 overall is 1 loss, drawn 1 lost, 8 out of 18, and their last 6 away. They've only taken 8 points away from Welp, and they've only won 1 in their last 6 in all competitions.
But interesting, they've lost the last 3. Checker Trade, FA Cup and League.
Yeah, and it weren't. There was a bit of a surprise last week for me at Southend. Southend had just picked up. I know you get that bounce factor because they've just brought in a new manager. Southend. Yeah, that was a hiding, and you looked at that, and people were saying, "Oh, where's the upside?" I think it was that one or the West Ham Wigan one. But yeah, it didn't go quite right.
Leicester declared at half time as well. So
yeah, they switched right off, didn't they? So fingers crossed we catch them at the right time. But
as Lovell said, they're wonderfully inconsistent.
I said beginning of the season when I did sort of a predictions thing, they're just one of them teams that they can go 8, 9, 10 wins on the bounce and they won't win for 3 months.
I don't think you can doubt the quality in that side.
I'm just going to say I've done a bit of research. They've got the League One's top scorer, Jack Marriott. They've got Jonathan Bond, ex-Jules Loney as well. So there's a couple there. Ryan Taffazoli, who I rate as a centre half, I think he's really good. He come from Mansfield a couple of seasons ago. We all know Darragh McAntony and how well he does it getting youngsters in. Marcus Maddison, what a player he is. The recent one in Omar Bogle got in on loan from Cardiff, so they're going to have plenty of firepower. They've got another ex-Jules there, if you can remember who that is, an ex-Jules Lone Star, and doesn't play a lot. Midfielder, joined under Peter Taylor the second time around. It's decent to be fair. Who?
Go on.
Michael Doughty.
Oh, of course, of course. I read Peterborough today. He said he's looking forward to the game.
So they've got a few. So there's a few ex-Jules links in there. Team news for us. I think it's not too different to last week. No Alex Lacey for a few weeks, but Scott Wagstaff is fit again. Played in Folkestone friendly.
And hopefully he'll step up and take the Clare role.
I've not got him at 18 this week.
Really?
I know you rate him and I rate him as well, but I just think it's too much of a risk and I wouldn't be changing it too much.
No, I don't think he'll get in the side, but longer term I hope.
Oh, longer term, definitely, but I'm not getting any 18 this week and I'll make a slight change this week. I know Steve come out and said that we're not going to make 5 or 6 changes just because we lost the top of the league. I'd maybe change it up and just go 1 up top.
I'm wondering if he's
3 and beyond.
I'm wondering if it's going to be Musa, because today he said about Frank Musa, how well he played and what a great...
he rated, did he get 20 minutes?
He specifically mentioned him, and I'm wondering...
I've not got him to start, but obviously I think he'll get on. I've gone. I think we could go back 4 picks himself and Thomas Holmes. So I'd go with that. I'd maybe drop Jake Essenthaler this week because I don't think we need him, Mark Byrne and Riley all playing at home. I'd go Riley next to Byrne. I'd move Parker back out wide to the left. Lee Martin in behind. Elliot List I'd bring in. Apparently he done really well again last week. Deserves a start, and Tom Eves up front. That'd be mine. And then so it's only one swap. I'd just literally swap Jake Essenthaler and Elliot List on the bench.
I think...
I'd put Murphy on the bench instead of Liam Lynch.
I think Hess will play more further forward.
I think he probably will. It's not my choice.
I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think that they're 3 of they're almost the same player, all 3 of them.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. And List, by all accounts, that goal went offside.
It was very, very tight, I'll give him that. So he's just not having any luck at all, is he? He's had one against Blackburn, the keeper made a worldie. I think he had one at home to Northampton, the keeper made a worldie. He's done everything but score. So
hopefully the one will go in, it'll be a start for him because...
That's it, and he said he's not stressing out about it.
It's something different.
Pace at this level is always a threat, isn't it? So absolute threat. Right, prediction time, I've done mine. You go first.
Well, we spoke beforehand. Peterborough, the only consistent thing about Peterborough is their inconsistency. Better away record over the course of the season.
So which one turns up, I suppose?
Which one turns up? I think Lovell will get manager of the month, and I think the curse will strike. I've got a feeling.
No, it struck last week.
I've got a feeling we'll lose 2-1, but it'll be tight. It'll be a tight game. But if I was putting my money, I'd go Peterborough, sadly.
I'll go the other way then. I've gone completely opposite. I think we're bounced back and I've got us down to win 3-1 this week. I think we're catching them at the right time. Like you said, they've lost 3 on the bounce and they've lost big as well. Like you say, I know Leicester are a Premier League side, but you still shit 5. They lost at home to a very average South End side last week, and they lost in the Sheffield trade before that as well. So they've lost 3 on the
and that was the business end of the trade as well.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't think that's just going to be one where they've sacked it off and just rested all their big stars. But yeah, so I'm going to go 3-1. We'll get Bozzies on the match day live.
That's optimistic.
Fingers crossed, we can pick it up.
Absolutely.
I think if we do lose, like you say,
I hope I'm wrong.
I think that's probably playoffs might just be out of reach.
No. Come on.
If we talk, no, and it's nice. I'm not saying I'm going to get in them, and we're not going to get in the top 6 and get promoted. But it's nice to be talking about it, considering where we were when Lovell took over.
Let's get to 50 points.
Of course, yeah, I'm still
See
in that
where we are
notion.
from now. So you get to 50 points in the next 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, we can get to there by the end of February.
Fantastic.
Then we'll have a look.
And it's a tough February.
Yeah.
And a tough March actually as well. Actually, a tough rest of the season.
Yeah.
But we said that all season.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've said going to Charlton will be our, going to Scunthorpe will be our, going to
How
Lovell will be
nice
our.
is it we're looking up rather than down?
That's it, yeah, we're checking the results and them above us rather than looking over our shoulders. So anyway,
digressing.
No, go on, you.
Sorry, guy at work's Peterborough fan.
Right.
And we had quite a chat there, and he watched the game, and he said very similar sides.
It was your Lovell's first game, wasn't it?
Absolutely, very similar sides. 2 fairly inexperienced managers, and he has actually put a bet on Gillian to get the playoffs.
Fair play. I looked at it coming so ridiculously, I didn't bother him. I think you can only get about 30 to 1 then.
He's got them both. He got 500 to 1. Both
Yeah,
of them.
fair dues.
And it's £1, you know.
Yeah, £2. You ain't going to worry about it. So
Fantastic, but like I say, we were talking in October, you know.
to even be talking about the playoffs first week of February is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. And so fair play to Lovell, and hopefully this time next week we're celebrating Manager of the Month, Player of the Month.
And we've won a game so that we don't worry about how long the curse is going to last.
Exactly.
Right, that's enough from us tonight. Thank you for watching as always, Jules fans. Please comment in the box below or on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you again, as I'm sure you've seen today. 1 year old today, so happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday, and we're celebrating. We're going to do the quiz.
And we will see you Saturday for Matchday Live, and as always, up the Jules.